What's up guys, so I just watched The Innocents, or La Innocente, and it was meh. Who knew that bad movies weren't exclusive to Hollywood? Well, now I know better. Anyway, so The Innocents is a French movie. I mean, French is the most spoken language of the film, but since they also speak Polish whenever they feel like it, I don't really know what to call it. Anyway, it's directed by Anne Fontaine and tells the true story, I think. I didn't really do research to confirm the validity of what the movie claimed. I will do it in a second. So, it tells the true story of several nuns that were raped by soldiers during the end of Second World War, and the nurse that helped them deliver the babies.
Combien d'entre vous sont dans cet état?
Quand ils ont fait l'option dans notre vent, cela a été une horreur.
Zdaję sobie siostra sprawę z tego, jakie to jest niebezpieczne.
That should be good to let you know the premise of the film, and with that, you'd expect the movie to be really good. Looking at these cases, gang rapes that happened during a massive war, from the perspective of religious people and someone from the outside. Now, it would be great if the movie was as interesting as its story, but in my opinion, it's not. I know I hate when people use the word boring to describe a film, but in this case, I think that's appropriate. When the movie fails to develop an interesting story into a coherent and exciting plot, I don't consider that good. When the movie doesn't have an idea from whose angle it should tell the story, that's not good either. In fact, I can't believe I'm saying this, the character structure of this film is similar to the one from The Phantom Menace. Now, I'm not saying this movie is terrible like that one, but here there isn't a single protagonist. At best, there are two, with several other secondary characters that appear whenever the filmmakers decided it was time to let them appear. One of them is a nurse and the other one is a nun. But the problem is that the film doesn't know how to tell this story. It's always shifting from one to the other, and that causes massive pacing problems when you don't know how to do a smooth transition of viewpoints. Since I don't want to be just negative, I'll praise the acting. It's good, nothing extraordinary, but nothing terrible either. There are some few moments where it's actually great, but those are very few. Another positive is the tone and set design. The movie manages to keep a consistent tone throughout its entire length. That's something that all of them should do, but after seeing several movies this year that not even that were able to do, it's good seeing when it's done right. The settings and costumes also help the movie have a realistic look. Nothing ever looked fake or like it didn't belong to the time period. And that's where the positives end for me. The first two acts of the film are the ones with more issues. The pacing was all over the place, the transition shots were terrible, they reminded me of those from Iron Man 2. Yeah, not the best movie ever made. The pacing does get better in the final act, but by that point, I was just not interested in the plot anymore. The soundtrack is non-existent. Literally, there was no music that wasn't music that was also being played in the universe of the film. The only time you notice it is when the camera shows characters playing the piano or another instrument. The only memorable piece of music was the very last one. I just remember it because number one, it was actually music that wasn't in the film's universe, and number two, it was the same music I use as background for my It's Only the End of the World review. How weird is that? The only memorable piece of music is one that you find in most video essays on Vimeo and YouTube. Another huge problem in the first two acts, and for the majority of the film, is the exposition. The film is fucking filled with characters explaining to other characters and the audience what happened, who they are, what's happening here, how did Trump won the election, and so on. When I'm watching a movie, I like to watch it and infer things from myself. I don't need or want someone to spill every bit of information that it's needed. Another problem, and this one is the most problematic for me, at least right now, this movie is predictable as fuck. Without even trying, I managed to predict several things that were going to happen right before they happened. I was going, oh, well, if they did that, that means that, yeah, that just happened. Okay, I'm ready for the lot of numbers now. It's a very easy, by-the-books movie that isn't even good at following the book's rules. The characterization of the characters is great, the development of said characters it's not. To put it simply, some characters change from where they were in the beginning of the film to where they are at the end of the film, and others do not. According to the movie, this is based on a real story, but I'm not going to take away what I said. If something isn't cinematic enough, but it's going to be turned into a movie anyways, and the filmmakers should have changed some things to make it more cinematic. Oh, and you know when movies have those tracking shots? You know them when the camera is moving really fast from one scene to the other one? Well, this isn't like The Revenant, folks. Here the camera moves so fast and the shot is so out of focus, it's impossible to see anything, and that was rather annoying. I'm extremely disappointed with this film, but at least now I learned that not all movies that aren't English are precious works of art. Some of them suck, at least now I know that. I'm giving The Innocents 4 out of 10. Don't really recommend this one, but if you're still interested in seeing it, just don't take anyone who's under 12 to see this film. You think it's because of the subject of the movie that it might scare them shitless, but no, they'll be bored to death and praying for a merciful kill. And before I go, I just want to say that having just now looked at what other people are thinking of this film and discovering that, according to Rotten Tomatoes, I'm in the minority here. 92% said this movie was good. I don't know why, maybe they all got drunk before the movie began, who knows. I'm just telling my opinion in regards to the film's quality. If you love it, great. I don't, but that's just me. Anyway, thanks for watching, hope you like it, and see you next time. Bye bye!